welcome to this 30-minute yoga stretch with me, Kelly. So we are going to start lying down on our backs today. So as you lie down, I want you to just take the arms up above the head and then bring them behind you. And then take a bit of a stretch, a bit of a yawn, lengthening out the body and then let it relax. And again, a big stretch. Maybe another yawn, clench the muscles, squeeze everything tight and then relax. Then from here, bring the arms up so that they are 90 degrees and then slowly drop them down by the side of the body. And we do the same thing, but we're going to inhale, lift them up, exhale, drop them back. Inhale, lift them up, exhale, drop them back. And again, inhale up, exhale back, inhale up, exhale down. From here, just gently starting to walk your feet off the right side of the mat. Bring the arms up above the head and then start to arch the upper back, so you're turning your body into a C shape. So the head and the shoulders are leaning over towards the right. And try and let the arms relax towards the floor. You should be feeling a stretch down the left side of the body. So you can continue to keep stretching a little bit further over to the right. And then bring it slowly back into centre. Adjust yourself so you're in the centre of the mat. Then walk the feet off the left side. Same thing with the head and the chest. Start to bend the body over to the left. And back into centre. From here, bend the knees in, give yourself a hug, and rotating your ankles. One way, then the other. Burying the head in towards the knees, give yourself a hug. And then slowly drop the head back down. Extending the left leg in front of you, hugging that right knee into the chest, and then open that right knee to the side. So you're just allowing a little bit more of a stretch here into that hip. And again, you can rotate your ankle on the right side if you want. And then taking the left hand onto the right knee, bringing it across the body, dropping it down to the left, and then turning the head over to the right. So try and let that right shoulder drop down towards the floor. And just let the body unravel. Bringing it into centre, slowly extend that right leg, bringing that left leg in, hugging it in towards you, opening it out to the side, so you're working into that hip, maybe you twist the ankles. And then same thing, right hand comes onto the left shin, taking it across the body down to the right side, and then turning the head and the body over to the left. And keeping that left arm or that palm facing down towards the floor. Back into centre. From here, plant both of your feet flat onto the floor. Have them hip distance apart, just enough to touch the fingertips. Push the feet into the floor, slowly start to lift the hips up as you come into your bridge. I want you to keep lifting up through your glutes here. Shouldn't feel any pain in the lower back. You should be squeezing through the glutes and the hamstrings. Keep holding here for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering down. We're going to go up one more time. This time we're going to raise one leg each side. So push the feet into the floor. Slowly start to rise up. Now you can stay here or you can roll onto your shoulders. So interlace the fingers, go onto the tops of the shoulders. Shift the weight to the right leg, lift the left leg up. Keep pushing that right foot into the floor, lift up that leg even higher. Swapping sides. Shift the weight to the left side. Right leg comes up, lift the hips up. And and gently release down. Dropping the body, give yourself a nice hug, bury the head in towards the knees, and then holding the shins here, rocking up and down. Good few times, keep rocking all the way up and down the spine. One more time, coming up to seated, cross-legged position here. So we're just going to work a little bit into our neck and shoulders. So taking the hands onto the knees, I'm going to lift the shoulders up by the ears, then drop them back and down. Gently drop the chin towards the chest. Taking the head up to the sky. And back to center. Tilt the head to one shoulder. And the other shoulder. Tilt it back again to one side, and whichever side you tilted it to, just bring that hand on top of the head and apply a little bit of pressure, and then drop that hand off the knee to get even more of a stretch. Bring it back into center, swap sides. Tilt the head the other way, bring the hand onto that head, and then the opposite side, you just gently drop off, resting the hands onto the mat. Back to center. From here, we're going to take some semicircular neck rolls. So very slowly around to one shoulder, stop at that shoulder, and drop the head down, going through the other way. I want you just to listen to your body here and see if it feels like it needs to stay a little bit longer in one position. Then stay there, just let it stretch out, let that muscle strengthen and lengthen, and we'll bring it back up to center. From here, taking the hands behind you onto your fingertips, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the head up and tilting the head back. Releasing, bring the hands in front of us, sliding the fingertips away, and then drop your head down towards the floor. Try and keep your sitting bones flat onto the floor. Rising up nice and slowly. From here, right hand comes to the floor, left hand reaches up and over. And I want you to keep reaching away as far as you can. Keep that top shoulder open so that you get that nice stretch down the left side. And we'll swap sides. Push that hand into the mat, right hand comes up and over, reaching away as far as you can, opening up through the side of the body here. Should be feeling it from the waistband up to the armpit, this stretch. And back up into center. Again, we're going to slide the hands away, drop the head, sitting bones still on the floor. And push yourself back up. Give yourself a nice shoulder roll. Now take a seated cat-cow here. So I'm going to just swap positions. Now I want you to cross the other leg over. So the leg that feels a little bit more awkward, I want you to put into the front. Bring the hands onto the shins, the knees, sorry. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, lift the head and the chest up. And then round the back, chin to chest. Coming forward, inhale, squeeze the shoulders back, lift the head up. Exhale, chin to chest, round that back. And again. And exhale, chin to chest. And coming back up into a neutral position here. Extending the legs out in front of you. Just move your sitting bones out of the way so you're definitely sat flat onto the floor. Raising the arms up, interlace the fingers and flip the palms up to the sky. Looking up towards your hands, and then drop the shoulder blades back and down. So you should be feeling this in the core a little bit as well. And then rotate the palms so that the palms are facing your head. And we're going to forward fold, reaching towards the toes. If you can use that little basket hand around your toes, great. Release your head. If not, just slide those hands down the legs. Maybe you can use a strap or something to place around the legs, the feet, sorry, and just release your head. So nice gentle breaths here. each exhale, just allow yourself to drop that little bit further down towards the mat. Rising up nice and slowly. Crossing your ankles, coming onto your hands and knees. Coming onto your hands and knees, tucking the toes, push the hips up to the sky into your downward facing dog. And pedaling the feet here, taking little twists under the arms, one way then the other. Back into your static downward dog. From here, dropping the elbows slowly towards the ground so they're in a number 11 position. Then lift the shoulders and the head up. So you're really contracting into the upper body here. Keep pushing the head towards the thighs. Heels are working towards the ground. And you're not letting your body sink down into those shoulders. You're lifting up. We're going to hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Come back to your downward facing dog. Looking towards the hands, step the feet behind the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to standing. Exhale, heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back, high plank. Move through your chaturanga here, so bending the elbows backwards, coming into your upward facing dog. And down dog. Big inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, step the feet behind the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga, coming into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. 2 big inhales and exhales here. Step the right foot behind the hand, then the left foot. Inhale up to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up to standing. Exhale to heart center. Pardon me. Hands to heart center. Stepping back with our left leg here. Interlace the fingers behind the back so they come up, behind, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we're going to forward fold over that front leg. So keep pushing both legs into the floor. The right foot going forward, the left foot going backward, and then drop your head. One more breath here. Rising up. Step that front foot, back foot forward, and just swap sides. Squeezing those shoulder blades together again, forward fold. Remember, the key here is pushing those feet in opposite directions. The more you push those feet in opposite directions, the more you're going to keep that balance and stability. And rising up. Good. Step the feet behind the hands. Give those shoulders a little shake. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. See if you can hop back to your low plank. Into upward facing dog. Good. And down dog. Couple big breaths here. And again. Lowering those knees to the ground. Making sure the shoulders are over the wrist. Right hand comes up to the sky. Then thread that needle through, the palm facing down. Drop the head. Now slide that left hand away so that the left hand is straight, the elbows off the ground. And you start to turn up to that left shoulder. Gently release, back up into your tabletop, left hand goes up and slide it through, head comes down, right hand slides away this time and starting to turn the head up to the right shoulder. And slowly back up into your tabletop position here. Let's take a cat-cow, arching the head, lifting it up, lifting the head up, and rounding the back, chin to chest. And again, round the back, chin to chest, and then coming into a child's pose here. So feet together, knees apart, drop the head down. If you want to make it active, come up onto your fingertips here. If you want to be more relaxed, you can just drop the arms down by the side here. Your choice, but sliding those hands away so you get a nice lengthening through the back. And then breathe. Rising up onto your hands and knees here, tucking the toes, push back, downward dog again. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale it in between the hands, drop that back knee down, tuck the toes, lift the head up, arms come up, interlace the fingers into little trigger fingers here, arms are by the ears and lunging into that right leg. Keep looking up towards the sky. Squeezing those shoulders back to past the ears if you can. And then bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Now tuck the toes of the back foot and lift up. See if you can slide the hands down the back of the leg. Gently release. Hands come down. Step that right foot back to down dog. Left leg goes up to the sky. Bringing it in between the hands, drop that right knee, tuck the toes, lift the head and the chest up. Hands come up, interlace those fingers again, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the arms back past the ears, tuck the toes, lift up. From here, hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers, slide the hands down the back of that leg. Gently release, hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale, big exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, walk the hands back about a hand's width, back a little bit further. Then start to take the right hand towards the left ankle and taking a twist under the left shoulder. Try to keep both heels towards the ground and then release. Left hand goes towards the right ankle, taking a twist and release. From here, dropping to your knees, taking a little cat-cow again. And back to downward facing dog. Dropping your elbows into dolphin. Walking the feet towards the hands. Now from here you can start to lift one leg up. Drop it down. Lift the other leg up. Drop it down. Holding it for another 3, 2, 1. Drop to your knees. Take a child's pose. Rising up slowly, coming onto your knees here, or sitting on your ankles. Take those hands behind the back again, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we're going to bring the crown of our head down towards the floor and lift the chest up, or the head up, the arms up, sorry. And gently release. Bring it back up, head comes up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, open the chest and the heart. And again, back down. Slowly release, bringing the head up. Give those shoulders a roll. Done lots with the shoulders. Squeeze them towards each other again. Lift the head up and release. From here, crossing the ankles, coming onto your bum. Taking those legs out in front of you again. Big inhale with the arms up and then reaching forward fold towards those toes. Slowly bring the chest towards the thighs and release the head. Now again, you can use a strap, you can use different variations of your hands around the toes here, whatever works for you as you release. And slowly bringing it up. From here, bending that right knee in, crossing it over the left leg, right hand behind you, left hand comes up, and then take that twist over the right shoulder. So you're keeping that right hand close to the body and you're pushing that left elbow into the right knee to help you twist around to the back. Gently release, swap sides. Bring that left leg in, cross it over, left hand behind, right hand up, taking that twist over the left shoulder. Gently release back to center. From here, coming with the knees bent up, arms out in front of you, lifting up onto your sitting bones, and we're going to extend the arms and extend the legs, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands up, see if you can take them behind your head and slowly lower down to the ground. Good, take an inhale, big exhale. Good, from here, bending those knees in, we're going to come up onto our shoulder stand. So from here, just prepare yourself. Make sure you've got your hands supporting your back. The further up the back you go, the higher the legs are going to go. And then extend the legs, point the toes, squeeze the thighs, and you roll onto your shoulders. From here, you can start to let the legs drop behind the head into plow. And if you want, you can drop the hands, maybe hold onto the mat, or just have them flat as that counterweight. I like to rock the toes, feel that stretch through the back of the legs and the back. Maybe bend the ears, bend the knees, sorry, by the ears. And then we'll go back up to our shoulder stand and then gently lowering down. Give yourself a hug. Bury that head in towards the knees and drop the head back down. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Bring the legs up so that they are width of the mat. Then you can have the arms out either side of you and then just start to window screen wiper those knees side to side. So go slow so that you can get the stretch. I can feel it quite a little bit in my quad as well. Good, and back into centre. Give yourself a hug. And then extend the arms out and extend the legs out. From here, bring the the hands onto your belly. Just make sure that the head is straight and the body is relaxed. And then closing your eyes. And start to take some big, deep breaths down into the base of your belly. And I said put your hands on your belly because I'd like you to try and breathe into your hands. So really consciously send that breath down into the base of the belly. So try and breathe in a big deep breath, and as you breathe out, make sure that the breath on the way out mirrors that of the way in. So you're breathing out from the base of the belly, squeezing out through the center of the chest, out to the top of the lungs, before you start that cycle back in again. And we'll just do one more of these big deep breaths here. And then just start to let the hands drop down by the side as you come into Shavasana with the palms facing up. And then I just would like you to focus again on the breath. Focus on that breath coming in and out of the body. So perhaps you want to count using the breath to count up to 5 and back down to 1. And if you get distracted, just bring the attention back to your breath and the counting. And then just start to move the fingers and the toes, moving the head side to side. Perhaps taking a stretch out over the head. Give yourself a little hug and a little rock side to side. And then gently roll the body over to the right. From there, pushing yourself up to seated. Coming to a cross-legged position and bringing the hands together in front of the heart, bowing your head down. Just taking a moment to acknowledge that you've made it to the mat today. You've strengthened your body, you've created more flexibility, and the mind has become more calm and more still. We'll take a final breath in, exhaling, opening the eyes, and namaste.